You tuned in to the Iceman Show. I'm your host, the Iceman. I decided that instead of doing a blogtalkradio.com show on this coming Sunday at 4 p.m. Central Time, what I'm deciding to do, and for this week only, is to not do the Sunday show, but do a Tuesday or Wednesday show next week. I need a little extra time to take care of something. Anyway, so look for me to post a video here on YouTube about that. I'm sure I'll release something between tomorrow and Saturday. So to let you know for sure what day it'll be next week. So look for that video. If my new book, The Game of Life According to the Iceman Volume 1, if you don't have it, go to Amazon.com and you can order it there. The Game of Life According to the Iceman Volume 1. You'll be able to get it there. You can get it in tablet form, Kindle format, or paperback format. If you want an autographed paperback copy, go to AskTheIceman.com, scroll down to Add to Cart, and it'll tell you what to do from there. I'm also writing a new book, The Dating Bible, The Player's Guide to Dating in a New Millennium. I should be finished with that book by the end of this year. That's what I'm anticipating. That's what I'm looking to do. So I'm working on the Dating Bible. If you're looking for business consulting services, the Iceman provides that. You can go to AskTheIceman.com. At the same place, you can find psychotherapy packages to fit your budget. Go to AskTheIceman.com for details. You're tuned in to the Iceman Show. I'm your host, the Iceman. This is my weekly podcast. I don't always post videos and lectures because sometimes, or weekly, because I got so much popping off right now. I need an extra set of arms just to keep up. Anyway, so I'm working on that, and on a new book. I've halted writing The Game of Life According to the Iceman Volume 2 because the Dating Bible is something that people want like yesterday. So that's why I'm working on it. Plus, I think we need something like that out there. There's nothing out there like it. So I'm looking forward to getting that project done. Somebody sent me an email, and they said, "Ice, can you talk to the Iceman Show family about what the real reason that Trump got elected?" And can you expound on that? I said, yeah, I could talk about it. And I was thinking, Trump is picking people, or picked people to be on his cabinet that brought a specific skill to the table. First of all, presidents aren't elected. They are what? Selected. Ding, 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 ding. 5 stars for you. You sexy thing. There are many reasons why they want Trump, or they wanted Trump, and why Putin and Trump over the past few months have seemed like old golf buddies more than adversaries. One of the main reasons, and remember, key words, one of the main reasons Trump is in there and he picked Rex Tillerson as his Secretary of State. There's a reason for that. There's a reason for that. And there's a reason why Rex Tillerson, they needed for him to be Secretary of State. Well, first of all, Secretary of State really is nothing more than, they're not really even a diplomat, which is really what their function is. What I will call them is contract negotiator for business in the United States. Okay? Business in the United States. What Secretary of State really does, not only are they the top diplomat, and they fly on Air Force 4, they negotiate. Well, they smooth over. They're a horse trader. That is an accurate description of who they are. They're horse traders. They're fur traders. Nothing more, nothing less. If you ever see a Secretary of State in certain countries, they're not over there because of ISIS. They're over there talking Turkey about business. Because usually they are accompanied by a delegation of business executives on these trips. And so Rex Tillerson is the perfect person for that job. Does he have any diplomatic experience? Hell fucking no. Does it matter? Sure doesn't. Because the higher that you go, the more of a puppet you are. You're a puppet. You better do what the president say do, or else. That's your ass. First they're gonna censure you, then they're gonna try to get you to resign. Rex Tillerson was given the job, or offered the job, of Secretary of State because of his executive experience with oil and gas, energy. He has over 30 years experience working in oil and gas. Okay? The guy's worth $300 million. Okay? With all his stock options and retirement and all that. He's worth some fucking money. Russia has over, first of all, Russia is a major distributor of petroleum to Eastern Bloc countries, and almost totally, well, not really, because I think Europe gets oil from Canada and us as well. They damn, I forgot what I was thinking about. Russia has, and because of Russia's position as a major player in energy distribution, they they got a pretty strong position in the marketplace. And what they were thinking, because they knew Trump was for the pipeline, that if Trump gets in there, they'll be able to unload, which is what I was getting to, but I was just trying to wait until I got into that, but I'll just get into it right now. Russia is estimated that Russia has well over $500 million dollar oil venture, that over 500 billion. Okay? Some say it's close to $1 trillion. Because while Russia is a major player in supplying East and Western Europe with oil, that's really their only customers. And they figured if Trump gets in there, Trump is going to want to definitely play ball. Because what happens is, if we get the Russian oil at a cheap price, because we have the infrastructure, we have major oil cargo ships that can handle that kind of that moving that much weight. Okay, so we would in turn sell that oil to somebody else and make at a profit, because it's a commodity, and commodities are traded in what? Dollars. Y'all get the picture? Well, you starting to get the picture? So if Trump gets in there, the $1 trillion oil deal is on the table. And Russia knows it. They know we can handle that kind of weight. We probably would even it'd be so much work, we'd have to subcontract it to smaller subcontractors. Okay? That's how deep this thing goes. That's how deep this thing goes. America knows, and looking through greedy glasses, we know that kind of an oil deal would definitely have a positive effect on our oil prices. That would knock our prices down a few cents. Okay? Don't know what it would cap out at, but remember, we're distributing the oil. All we gotta do is take it to a destination, foreign or domestic. Well, them motherfuckers make a shitload of money off of that. They're gonna make a shitload of money off of that. Plus, we're gonna get some of that oil. So that's why Russia wanted Trump in there, because they probably already knew that Tillerson, they probably already knew or had an idea who Trump was going to pick anyway, just by people talking. Well, I always find a motherfucker to talk too much. And at that level, shit, somebody gonna fuck up. But Tillerson is he's the perfect person for the job. Perfect. That's why it wasn't no problem getting him. Wasn't no problem getting him elected or getting him appointed for the Senate to vote. They knew they weren't gonna have that much of a problem with him. He just didn't really know that shit with Syria going on right now. He tried to act like he knew. You could tell he was cramming. His answers weren't genuine. He didn't seem like he was confident in what he was saying. But if he goes over there to Moscow, I guarantee he's over there laying the groundwork for that agreement. They said this is over almost $1 trillion oil trade deal that is said to give us major playing space in our so-called quest to break away from OPEC, which I don't see happening no time soon. It's too easy on all sides. But Putin ain't no dumb motherfucker. Putin knew he was gonna need help. Okay? He didn't know. He didn't fucking know. See, money is money. Ass is ass and titties is titties. That's the way it has been. That's how it's always gonna be. We try to make up some shit if we want to. But peep this here. Hey, I ain't hating on nobody for making some goddamn money. Okay? Because at the end of the day, you know, who are we allegiance? Where does our allegiance lie? So it ain't gonna benefit none of us if your allegiance lies with somebody other than America. So you have to understand something. Whether Hillary Clinton would be our president, which we know she wasn't, well, let's just, for shits and giggles' sake, let's play like she could have won. And then the other person that ran was Trump. All the same outcome would have been the same. Same outcome would have went down with either candidate. If it had been Hillary, she'd have said, "Oh no, we're not going to do it. Oh no, we're not going to do it." And then a year from that point, she's like, "Okay, well, we thought about it. Now we're going to do it." Remember when Barack Obama got in there talking about he gonna close Guantanamo as soon as he get in there? Did he close Guantanamo Bay? No. What does that tell you? That motherfucker ain't have enough power to close it. Because I guarantee that unseen hand was like, "Hey, no, hey nigga, what you think you doing? You ain't closing Guantanamo. Hell no, we ain't closing that motherfucker. You better leave it open, or we're gonna crack your skull, nigga. Fuck out of here, man." Oh, they talk all kind of shit when they trying to get elected. They gonna tell all kind of lies. "Oh, baby, let me just put the tip in. Come on, America. Just let me put the tip in." Like, nigga, that's the problem part of the day. Is the tip. I don't know of any other useful part. Anyway, all Hillary would have did was she would have been like, "Oh, no, 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 no," and then a year later, yes, yes, yes. You've been like, damn, bitch, you might as well say yes a year ago. Fuck is wrong with you? You should have said, yeah, you was gonna say yeah. Don't listen to nothing no politicians say. Just to do a goddamn thing they say. No reason to. But Hillary would have went for it too. All Barack Obama was trying to do was say no until he got out of office. All he did was postpone it. That's all he did. So, I'm gonna leave this Trump motherfucker over here. I'm gonna let you handle them shits, dude. Nah. Let me just say this here, man. I don't care. I really don't care. I don't give a fuck. I don't care what these assholes do. You know why? Because no matter what, they are going to do dumb shit. And they're going to do criminal shit that's criminal. And ain't nothing going to happen to them, just like the administrations before them. It's going to be the same old, just different thieves with their hands in a fucking cookie jar. That's what you're dealing with. That's what you're dealing with. Anyway, Putin knew what he was needed to do, and now that deal is going to start. It's going to start taking shape. It's going down because it's too. It makes us. It makes our futures guys over at the commodities board. It makes them rich as a motherfucker. It makes the shipping industry overseas shipping industry rich. Everybody get rich except for us off of these deals. Still, I would rather they get it, we get it, or when I say they, I mean these rich oil assholes. I'd rather it be them than somebody else. At least maybe we might see some of that federal taxes. We might see some of that money. You know, hoping. Whether it happens or not, I don't know. I don't care. That's not important. Because no matter what, we need to be hustling, we need to be getting money, and we need to be teaching niggas how to hold something. Okay? I told, for the last few months, I've been talking about getting my 500 together. And I decided to kind of wait to say how much I need for you to save up. I want you to be saving anyway. Whether you get involved with this or not, you still should be saving anyway, just in case you lose your job or your source of income. But I was talking about that, and I said I wanted to put a hold on that because before I re-announce, I want to have a dollar amount that I want you to bring to the table. Because I want to meet somewhere like Houston, Dallas, Austin. I'm talking about Austin, Texas. To meet we possibly get together and I give you a PowerPoint presentation and I'll do a Q&A to explain what properties I want to start buying. I want to have something in hand. Like there was a building that the building is $400-something thousand, and it's a fourplex, and it was condemned. But come to find out, somebody either bought it or the city was about to give them a ticket or something. I saw it on the news, and I wrote the property down, and I looked it up, and there was an agent attached to the property trying to sell it. And then when I checked recently, I think it had been sold, or whatever it was. This said no longer on market. So I just took that as, the motherfucker got bought. And so I said I wasn't going to talk about it no more, because it didn't make any sense to talk about it if start talking about it and the property's not even on the market anymore. So obviously I want to present you with something that we actually have that's available, that I want to go ahead and buy. Okay? But I want to buy something because, like I said again, the drug treatment game seems to only be associated with people who are upper middle class and beyond, who can afford it, who can afford rehab for their loved one. I think I should date this drug and alcohol counselor. She said something about it being worth, how did she explain it? She said, anyway, I wanted to find something on the market, and I want to do drug treatment for us, because for black folk, because there's nothing out there for us. There's plenty of drug treatment for people who got $30,000 and $40,000, or they got medical insurance to pay for it. Whoop-de-doo. But those of us who don't have either the money or the insurance, black folks just are left to their devices. Rehab, drug and alcohol dependency rehab should be there for everybody, regardless of color and socioeconomic status. If you want to kick heroin, you should be able to go to a drug treatment facility. We'd rather you be getting in treatment to get off drugs than to help you stay on the shit. Anyway, again, I don't care. I don't care. But I know these are the kind of things I'm going to have to do as a nonprofit owner in order to provide services that are so badly needed. And I build it on the east side of San Antonio, where black people live. That's where most of the black people live here, that are from, who are originally from San Antonio. You dig? So I want to work with my people, and I want to provide services to them because nobody else is out here doing it. That's what I'm about. They want to leave us out in the cold. So if I'm my brother's keeper, then I need to be in a position where I can provide those services to the masses, the black masses. Can you dig it? But I don't have a problem with the hustlers that's in the White House right now. I don't have a problem with them dudes. I don't. I don't have a problem with them guys. I don't have a problem with anybody trying to get money. Get your Skrilla. If I'm too stupid to be competitive with you and I didn't get my money, shame on me. I'm trying to encourage you brothers and sisters. Get out there, start businesses. If you're too scared to start a business by yourself, get 2 or 3 partners. Go out and get a business plan done. I do business plans. Been doing them ever since MBA graduate school. Listen. We have to do better. Because I want to be like the Asians. It takes 30 days for $1 to circulate through the Asian community. Nobody gets more of their money than they do. Here we are over here supporting McDonald's and Taco Bell and anything that ain't black. Now I understand that, hey, brothers don't want to be eating, ham hocks and collard greens every time they go to your restaurant because all you serve is soul food. I don't want to be eating that every time. I don't be eating that shit every day. I don't want to eat it every week. But if we insulated our dollar more than and supported black-owned businesses, we'd be doing a lot better than we're doing today. Because we would be providing jobs and medical benefits to our own people. We have the money today, right this minute, to provide health care to every child, every black child in the country. Did y'all know that? But we don't want to take that responsibility. We'd rather pay somebody else to do that. And then we wonder why our kids are so fucked up. It starts with you guys. It starts with me. I shouldn't have to kick you in the ass to get you to do that. It should be inherently obvious to you that you need to support business owners who look like you. And if you don't feel that way, shame on you. Shame the fuck on you. You a sorry motherfucker. You know that? You's a sorry motherfucker. You sorry. Everybody else is doing it. Everybody else is tribal except for us. We need to be tribal. We need to stop fucking around. Big Scooby-Doo looking motherfucker, fuck you. We need to get tribal and quit bullshitting. We just keep bullshitting. We just be up here bullshitting. Yep, we be up here bullshit. Then be getting mad at the outcome. Then motherfucker be talking shit. Wait, we not support. Hey, ain't nobody gonna listen to nobody who don't have responsibility for themselves. You expect that? You expect somebody else to be your daddy? Okay, I'll be your daddy. Don't expect. Remember, you step kids. Don't expect for me to treat you like I would my own kids. That's how white folks think. White folks say go come over here, leave where they live to spend their money over here to make us rich. Oh no, white folks don't do that. Oh no. White folks make sure they spend their money with their own people. We the only motherfuckers that don't do that. Because we stupid. We stupid as a motherfucker. We some stupid motherfuckers. We brainwashed and we act like ex-slaves. We ain't got no goddamn sense. This is some stupid ass shit. I don't care about who Trump got in there. I don't care how many motherfucking deals. But I will tell you this. I was looking at something on Viceland's channel. Man, they was talking about the Republic of Congo. Or is it the Democratic Republic of Congo? I think it's two Congos. Anyway, this African brother, this Congolese brother was saying they was touring the countryside. And they were talking about how they be selling marijuana. And I got to talk about that in another video. They got the chronic over there in Africa. Yes, they do. On the continent of Africa. I know the Congo exports marijuana. That I do know. They're supposed to have some real good shit too. Now I don't know if it's Endo or Sativa. Don't know what's, or hybrid. I don't know. They didn't get all into that. But what the brother did say that also caught my ear was he said that their country alone has over $33 trillion worth of copper. That's just copper. They say Africa has more oil under it. The continent of Africa has more oil under it than all of the other continents combined. That's how much natural resources that the continent of Africa still has. That's one of the reasons why Barry Soweto, aka Barack Obama, was over in Africa before he got elected state senator in the great state of Illinois. Might want to do some research on that, homie. Africa has way more natural resources, and they haven't depleted. You know, a lot of people think that, you know, most African countries they're depleted. Actually, most African countries, with the exception of maybe South Sudan and South Africa, black folks, a lot of these countries like Djibouti and couple others, they have a burgeoning middle class. Angola has a burgeoning middle class. They sell condos and stuff like that over there for dirt cheap. You go over to one of Kenya or one of these countries that they starting to build up their urban areas, shit. Man, you get a condo for $20,000. Hell, you get a condo for $30,000, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths in Dominican Republic. Shit. I stayed in a condo of my homeboys that I knew that lived in Miami. Shit. Fucked some bitches over there too. I was like, damn. He was like, man, you should come back over here and buy a condo. I said, I should, huh? I ain't had no 30 grand back then. Cause I was slanging so much dick around getting bitches pregnant. Listen. Don't be surprised if they don't try to go to war with African countries because of the natural resources they hold. Don't be surprised if we don't go to war with one of these African nations. Because we need an excuse to get in there. Then here comes corporate America to steal all the resources, which we don't benefit from because those kinds of deals are brokered at the highest executive levels, right? They sure ain't got no middle executive motherfucker like myself or level I was on the director level. They ain't gonna have nobody like me negotiate no multi-billion-dollar contract or transaction. I ain't got that kind of juice. I didn't have that kind of juice. See, if they got $33 trillion worth of copper, there's no telling how much oil they got in the ground. There's no telling how much gypsum, bauxite. See, you have to understand something. Countries like Canada, America, we don't want to tear up our own backyard because we know what happens when you suck all the oil and all the water out of the ground. You get sinkholes, like in Florida. That is the result of sinkholes. That's the cause of earthquakes in Oklahoma. Because they're doing something to the earth that they shouldn't be doing. But we're so greedy and so sex-starved for fucking oil and oil products, we can't help it. We can't help it. But we don't want to tear up our country. Look how much people are bitching about them fracking. Plus that shit done slowed down anyway. Look how they acted talking about that fracking shit 3 or 4 years ago when that was popping off. Now you don't hardly hear anything. That's because they killed the oil price. That's what fucked it up. North Dakota, all that shit they was doing up there. All that shit was because of the oil price was still high. But as soon as that motherfucker dropped, what happened? That a lot of them little towns up there went belly up. Went belly up. Some of these African I was looking at something online. And some of these African presidents and prime ministers are saying they're sick and tired of these Europeans and the Americans, these last 500 or 600 years stealing, raping, and pillaging. We want our country back. There was some brothers in South Africa that was like, look, we want our country back. And it was a couple presidents of African nations that was like told and said, we don't want your European loans. We don't want loans from the Americans. We keep your loans. They're like, fuck y'all. We don't need no help. We don't need no help. Got them Nigerians kissing ass and got them fucking Chinese, them chop suey, lo mein eating motherfucking Chinese motherfuckers over there getting that oil out the ground. I was like, look at these niggas. Trying the minister of energy, he just cheesing on 60 Minutes, and the guy on 60 Minutes was like, surely you can't think this is a good trade deal for your country. It was something like a 60-40 deal. I don't give a fuck. I'll be like, you know what? It's 90-10. Fuck you. Or I just stop being cheap and buy the equipment myself. Hire a consulting company, come in and run the operation. Be project managers. You do that. You do that. This is what Farrakhan's talking about. The white man's time is up. You have to understand something. And I've been telling you this for the last 4 or 5 years. White people's birth rates are high as fuck. Are low as fuck. But their mortality rates are high as fuck. I know when they when they do race comparisons, they say, damn near that, white people will live an average of 68.9 years, and they'll say the average black life expectancy is, motherfucking 42 years old. They say dumb shit like that really ain't true. What they're not telling you is that their birth rates are low as fuck for genetic reasons, and their mortality rates are very high. Their mortality rates are high. Higher when you compare our mortality rates. Even with all the violence that black men come in contact with, we're still having way more kids than they are. And they know that. That's genetic annihilation. They ain't got shit. Some asshole was talking about, oh, you just copying everything Tariq Nasheed says, and the late great Dr. Francis Cress Wells, and you're just using their talking point. I'm like, nigga, shut up. I didn't even approve his response. I was like, dude, shut up. Motherfucker had 0. I repeat, 0 subscribers. But he's on my channel criticizing. That's what I say. What the fuck is a movie critic? What is a TV critic? What's a music critic? What does this motherfucker do? Critiques other people. He sticks his fucking nose up at real artists. full of shit. Food critic. This motherfucker goes around to people's restaurants and shits on people. Shits on people. I can't stand them motherfuckers. The fuck is a critic? I've been new. Man, look, even before, matter of fact, I have not read any of Dr. Frances Cress Welsing's books. I'm familiar with them, but I've never read any of them. A lot of the stuff that she talks about, I already knew. Even before I got in the mental health game, I knew. I knew about that shit. White folks' numbers have been exploding. You have to understand something. Mutations can't last. And with us, we have albinos. They're still black people, but they're albino. That's a mutation. How many people are walking around who are pure albinos? Not many. That's because they're a mutation. And you can't take mutations and create too many whole people. After a while, you cancel yourself out. It's like doing fucking algebra. You get canceled out. You easily get canceled out. If white people are left to their own homogeneous group, this is where there hasn't been any race mixing. And maybe, let's say, a generation. What you're going to have is what you have in England, where you have a lot of ugly British people. You notice the best looking white girls are the ones that live in areas that are very diverse, where where there's black people or Asians or Latinos in their family tree. I know the difference between a Jewish chick and a regular white chick. I know. Now sometimes you can't tell unless they, like, maybe they're a Hasidic Jew and they dress the way Hasidic Jews dress. But you don't see too many of them outside of maybe Chicago, New York, or Minneapolis, or St. Paul, or St. Louis Park. It's genetic annihilation. After the white people already know, the demographers already know that if white people just multiplies and just procreates with their own people in their own homogeneous group, they know they're not going to survive. And even if they do mix with somebody else, that's the end of that genealogical line of Caucasian person. They know this. We are the closest to the pure, original African man or woman, African man and woman that God created directly. We are the closest to that original man and woman. Yeah, we're mixed with a lot of stuff, but at the end of the day, we're still black. You have some black folks who look less black, but they're still black. So the white man knows, white people know. I'm getting out of the habit of saying white male, like the white woman is, being forced to participate in white supremacy and racism by force. Or I would even venture to say reluctantly. Fuck out of here. The white woman is complicit and is co-strategizing with white males on how to keep their feet on our necks. Don't let them white women play that role. That they can't possibly be racist because they fuck black guys. Like I said, get the fuck out of here. So brothers are getting hip, and you're starting to get some pushback. And the white, you gotta understand something. I don't just count the $1.1 trillion that's our disposable and discretionary income here in America. They said in the whole African diaspora, which includes blacks on the continent of Africa and outside the continent of Africa, it represents a almost $340 trillion spending monster that's only going to get bigger. Now, a lot of the African countries are trading with each other and making billions, which is one of the reasons, and they are passing some regional currencies around. But I'm not sure if, obviously it's working because there's burgeoning black middle classes all around the various nations on the continent of Africa. So we know that brothers and sisters are getting money over there. We know they're getting their Skrilla. But what we got to do is get our shit together, and then from there we need to start trading with brothers and sisters in Ghana and other places around the world. Matter of fact, if you get over there to Ghana, the government will give you some acres and livestock to start a fucking farm over there. You dig what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. You can trade. You can do some serious trade. Go over there and trade goat milk. Get you about 1,000 goats. Well, you farm that rich land and trade with Liberia and the United States. Sell corn, whatever the fuck. Trade puts food on people's tables. That's what I'm about. Sure, I want to go over to Africa and help build some wells and help those people build some infrastructures and stuff like that. I have a construction background. But I'm years away from that. I got to get shit popping over here with just my 500 people. I got to see if I can get 500 people who don't know each other to trust me and trust the power of the love of self. That we're supposed to do this. We're supposed to get 500 people together and raise X amount of hundreds of thousands of dollars. We're supposed to do that. I think of nothing less of my people. Will it be a challenge? Hell yeah, it'll be a challenge. But I'm gonna keep on y'all till we put something together. Now put some respect on my name, motherfucker. Now, again, we're still doing the name a topic for the show and donate some money to my nonprofit, at least $25 or more. We're still doing that. We're not doing the monthly subscription. I don't want to start doing that. I don't want to go back to doing that. Let's just stick to donating money for a topic, and let's just do it that way. I think it'll be a lot easier for me and you. So what I want to do going forward, ladies and gentlemen, is I want to raise the money to open a drug rehab center for black people, because we have nowhere to go with insurance or money, because we are directing our money in so many different directions that have nothing to do with black empowerment. Y'all dig what I'm saying? You tune into the Iceman Show. I will keep you guys posted on what I want to do as far as putting the show together for Blog Talk Radio. I'll get back to y'all on that. Remember, my new book is out, The Game of Life According to the Iceman Volume 1, at Amazon.com and AskTheIceman.com. Holla at your boy.